This cracked me up. Oh, yeah, the former uh, Prime Minister of Canada. She had a very short term as Prime Minister, and it was back in the 90s. But I think it was back in the 90s. Yeah. Anyway, her name is Campbell. What's her first name? Come on, Mike. God damn it. Kim. Thank you very much. Kim Campbell. She was a Canadian Prime Minister. She was the only woman ever to be Prime Minister of Canada, I think. And she assumed power in June of 1993, and she lost power that November 1993. In all, she spent 132 days in office because they have a parliamentary system. I've never heard of Kay Campbell. I have to admit. I apologize to our Canadian listeners and friends, but I know three or four of your more prominent, longer lived prime ministers than Ms. Campbell. But here's the story. The Kim Campbell tweeted that she hoped Hurricane Dorian would strike Trump's resort in Palm Beach, Florida. Her tweet said, quote, "I'm rooting for a direct hit on Mar-a-Lago." Yes! Yes! Yes, Kim, or Your Honor, or Ma'am, or Miss Prime Minister. What? Yes! And Kathy and I were talking about that today. Well, Kathy was listening while I just ranted like a goddamn insane, gibbering monkey about I would be inclined as a follow-up, if Dorian hits Mar-a-Lago dead fucking on, I would be inclined to load up a van, go rent a van, load it up with rolls of paper towels, and go down to Mar-a-Lago and start throwing rolls of paper towels at this son of a bitch.
I would love to see that.
Oh my God. And maybe I could even get some co-conspirators who would join me. A whole line of us standing, on the mainland, because we probably couldn't cross into Palm Beach, but we'd stay in West Palm and just throw these goddamn things across the intercoastal waterway, if there's any intercoastal waterway going to be left when this storm goes through. We've heard this, the boy who cried wolf bullshit several times about storms that are coming. It's going to be the worst storm in the history of the world. And then it peters out, which I guess is good. But this one is not fucking around. This Dorian is for real. And I think the people who live in Florida are going to get one hell of a shock when this storm hits. And I don't mean just on the East Coast. Inland, the West Coast, the whole goddamn state. Well, what's the highest point in Florida? 8 feet, 16 feet, some ridiculous number. And that's up in the northern part of the state near Gainesville, I think. But the storm surge that they're talking about, there's a new moon, there's a storm, there's a high tide when this thing is supposed to hit. And it's going to bring water up where people had no fucking idea because they're stupid. They had no idea that they were sitting in an ecosystem as fragile as Florida. Nobody gives a shit. Let's keep building. Build on the ocean, next to the ocean. Build on the shore. Put up fences. Don't let the oi polloi come in. Come on, everybody. Build a big fucking mansion. Do something like Mar-a-Lago or this place in San Francisco. Tear the goddamn thing down. It's only got 6,000 square feet. Get rid of it. More, more, more. And you retirees in Florida, you right-wing sons of bitches who vote Republican, vote for Trump, fuck you. Boy, are you in for a shock. Your dear president, who doesn't even acknowledge anthropogenic climate disruption. Boy, are you in for a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, former Canadian Prime Minister earlier this week tweeted, "I'm rooting for a direct hit on Mar-a-Lago." And the next day, she said she wished it would, quote, "shake up Trump's climate change denial," end quote. And then today, Campbell deleted. God damn it. Why do people delete that? For fear the U.S. Secret Service is going to invade Canada and say, "Are you threatening our president with a hurricane?" Fucking idiots. Anyway, she deleted it. The original message about Mar-a-Lago taking a hit, and apologized, quote, "to all it offended," end quote. She wrote, "I should know better. Mea culpa." No, Kim. I'm sorry, Your Honor, Your Highness. What do you call a former Prime Minister? Ma'am? Miss Prime Minister? I don't know. But, yeah, I guess Miss Prime Minister. To all it offended, the only people it offended are people should have their faces rubbed in this stuff every day. The people who would find what you said offensive. Fuck Trump. Trump is the one that's using his power to destroy the planet. No, don't apologize, former Prime Minister Campbell. Please don't. I know you already have. Anyway, Twitter went to work and both vilified and defended Miss Campbell for her original remark. And some interpreting it as sarcasm, "oh no," and others believing it was an unfair attack on Trump. Unfair? Anything launched at that filthy bastard, verbal NSA, I know you still listen to the show, anything launched at him verbally could not possibly be unfair after what this miserable prick has done in the 3.5, 4 years since he started running for president. Is there anybody left that this son of a bitch hasn't launched an unfair attack against or insulted? Unfair attack. Oh, poor baby. Jesus. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.